Talk about drugs. Crazy. Talk about drugs. Crazy. Talk about drugs. Better get your money play. Ever see me better buy and more. I'm going to the moon. I'm going to the I'm going Slash my back, slash your back. You need to wabble, sell it. We take them, man, let me know. Yeah, better get your money. Ever see me better than I could buy and I'm going to the moon. I'm going to the I'm the power man. L-O-V-E, show me love when I'm alive. Happy when I call and go, brother. L-O-V-E, show you go be like your cartonatus. No wait till I choke it, you daddy, you will not go give me bandria. Not gonna let a puppy pick a drum in there. Aye, you're come on, you come on, no. Show me make a see a did you abu salele? We take and judge it. Wapun galing gali, man no queen and no. Yeah, better get your money play. Ever see me better than I could buy and more. I'm going to the moon. I'm going to the I'm the power man. Man of the body, man of the peace, the man of the fair. Oh, and then, oh, you get me up, so to be a man, and that I could so long to your brother, look on the dance off. Oh, and then, oh, you get me up.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people wherever you are all over the world, I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. Of course, we will not forget that today is Boxing Day, and I will say Merry Christmas to those of you who are celebrating, who are in the mood of festive period. I must tell you that. This is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uche Okafor. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazena Nyukukano, the Prince of Afari Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people for almost 60 years now. Mazena the Kanu is from Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. The one and the only man that commands the loyalty of the Biafran people across the globe is the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television. And by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiam, I remain George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Every piece of land in Delta State, I must tell you. And having said so, we have to move ahead to acknowledge the creator, Chukwu Kikabiama. Obase, Urise Binigwe, the one and the only one who sits in heaven aside over the affair of man. For he has ordained in a time like this, and very soon everybody will hail Biafra. It looks as if we ask for too much. But of course, it's the lifting up of our head and the very confidence that we have whenever and however we do what we do. And in my humble way, I will acknowledge him. Anye na jage mao makanezi oku nebo so mai ihonanya ene nage obiomage ojuru anyanya dadio inwe gi mgbanwe o di onye dikage ebu afa no omega anyị niile na asina nedemao. Once again, I welcome you. Without wasting much of our time, we shall be going to our topic this evening. On this segment, it is titled Back to Your Root. It is titled Back to Your Root. Simply because, like our leader said, a tree without a tap root cannot stand the test of time. They cannot stand the challenges that come with different season and time. It is like a people coming from nowhere and going to nowhere. No wonder they call us South, coming from the south and going to the south. A people without true knowledge of who they really are. They can never fight to take that which belongs to them. If they have succeeded in wiping away that name Biafra, like they intended to do, we will all be gone as a people. But we continue appreciating our leader, Mazen Nandekano. Because if he didn't come out and say no, what happened to this name? We are gone as a people because they have divided us. Dividing us is understatement. They have butchered us. They butchered us one after the other. Some of us are from Niger Delta, others are from River Rhine. The other one is from bottom land, on top of land, side by side, everywhere, just everybody just, because we really don't know who we are. And it looks, many people are still sleeping. But I don't blame them anyway. They will only be blamed when Biafra is restored. Because the ignorant of the law is no excuse. It is good that in the days of ignorance, Biafra overlook. But now we are here to make sure that everybody know the truth. It's unbelievable that some idiot deliberately delete the name Biafra from the map of the world. Are they God? Who placed that name Biafra in the map in the first place? And who the heck removed that name? What is the mindset behind it? Why would they remove that name? And why is it that until IPOB came, until Mazen Nandekano came, until you start hearing the voice of our leader on Radio Biafra, nobody has said anything about Biafra, but rather it is just a name we can whistle. Anything more than a whistle, it is fragile. It is gone. We will be charged for treason. We have been charged for treason. They continually charge us for treason. For answering our Father's name. Is it not the highest evil that's known to man? And then maybe when we come, we now begin to talk in such a way. So they say we are gentlemen. We are moral people. God forbid if that is what it takes to be moral. But of course, having said that, our people must understand. We must know who we are, bit by bit. It is this knowledge that will empower you. And this power will set you free and break every shackle of chain of bondage from your life. And you will be free once and for all. And that is why the Bible says you shall know the truth. And the truth shall set you free. A lot of people are ready to accept every wind of doctrine that comes from Onyibe man or their political leader just to feel good and continue maintaining the source of loot, the loot, criminal ill-gotten wealth they are enjoying temporarily. But then the world should not talk about righteousness. The world should not talk about justice. The world should not talk about fairness, love, equity, and transparency. Because this is all we represent. This is all we ask for. Not to conquer anybody, not to undermine anybody. You do not know how much we can respect people. We do, honestly. But he said, give honor to those who honor is due. Not idiot. Not idiot. Only those who come up and say the right thing, we honor them. Is it not amazing? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never had account that had billion. The money that can be stolen by one politician in Nigeria in a twinkle of an eye when they are buying using 23 billion naira to buy grass for goat. But yet, they can't even move two people. But if you want to know the power of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who swore on the wings of righteousness to lead his people out of bondage, just give us referendum. Let's just let him come here and announce and say, Biafrans, all roads lead to Biafra land, or all roads lead to Nigeria. We will shut down Africa, not just Nigeria. When we come out, we will shut down Africa. For indeed, he command the lawyer that when we march, he command the soldier that when we march, we will drink the river dry. But don't worry, we do not boast for anything. Because after all, who are we without the Creator? We have not asked to conquer anybody. We just want to go. Take oil, take everything. We want to go. But if you know what is coming, you would have stopped it by now. But some people are still analyzing us. Don't mind them. They don't have anything. They can't even buy fuel to run the broadcast. They can't even buy transmitter everywhere. But that is your business. Don't worry. The secret of the night is best known to the owl. And that is why, with confidence, assurance that the Almighty Creator has sent our leader, and now he has brought us here. Because when he sent Moses, he had Joshua and those good men who were there with him, and the people of Israel followed him. And that is why when we worship God here, this is where we worship Chukwukika Biama. And of course, our topic this evening remain IGBO BU IGBO. IGBO BU IGBO. But of course, let me acknowledge Almighty Creator once again. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai. Age to age was still the same. By the power of your words, El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai. We will praise and lift you high, El Shaddai. Now, for some time now, about 3 or 4 broadcasts now, we've been looking at this topic titled IGBO BU IGBO. IGBO BU IGBO. It's like the same way saying Ijo that is Ijo, Akwa Ibom that is Akwa Ibom, Abo that is Abo. Do you know it's not every Englishman that is an Englishman? And so when our ancestors use those words, IGBO BU IGBO, it is because there are people who claim to be Igbo. There are people who claim to be Biafra, but they are not. The Bible says that certain children of darkness keep manifesting themselves as the angel of light. You may not understand what I'm saying, but you deploy your spiritual wisdom, you will understand what I'm saying. The Bible in the book of Job said when the sons of God gather, Satan was also there. But let me tell you something that happened there. Do you know that the sons of God did not know that Satan was in their midst? Go and look at the book of Job and study it very clearly. He said when the sons of God gather, Satan also was there. No son of God actually rebuked Satan and said, what are you doing here? Leave here, please. This is the gathering of the sons of light. All of them were very stupid and looking at God. But I do not blame them much. Because if they know what we know today, Satan would not have been able to be in their midst. It was God that looked into the congregation and knew the angels that are not angels. And he said to Satan, what are you doing there? He said, I was just meandering. The same way many people are in our land. These are Hausa blood, pure Yoruba blood in our midst. The answer Igbo name. There is one man that is contesting for governor of Abia State. Is it Safoye they call him? He was part of the people that contest for governor. that have oil well. Why did I forget the name of this man? Go and trace the origin of that man. You people will understand what you are saying. Tomorrow, these are the people that go to Uguausa, collect money and come and destroy all that is left of us. IGBO BU IGBO. When our fathers discovered this evil, they pointed out to the people who are genuine blood. And when they say IGBO BU IGBO, some people will say IGBO BU IGBO. Only a true son of Igbo will understand IGBO BU IGBO. If we do not know the difference between fake and original, we will all be deceived. And so when we are looking at this very topic, it is pointed out for us to understand that we are not alone. We are not alone. A lot of things about us have been compromised. And without our true knowledge and vital understanding of our ancestors regarding those issues, we are gone as a people. A lot of people are waiting. They are waiting at the brink of the birth of Biafra, rebirth of Biafra, I mean to say. And then they will unleash their mayhem. But we must tell you, we are ready for all of you. Our leaders say 1 million times ahead of all of you. We are ready for all of you. For kingdom rise and kingdom fall. Having said that, we have taken time to study some of the aspects regarding our religion. But like I said, this very study is meant to help us understand certain culture that shows your originality. Anybody can come out and claim Biafra, and we will not reject you. I think we told you that we are all Biafran, hopeless man. But if Atiku is a Biafran, then I'm not a Biafran. But of course, they are making fun of us. They are making fun of themselves, thinking they are making fun of us. We shall see how long you people will laugh shamelessly among yourselves to your own detriment. And so our people must understand certain things that identify you as original. That is why you see Yoruba blood coming to answer warlord. Some of these things we are going to look at today is, we look at our culture and tradition. It is the culture and tradition that actually shows who is a Biafran. What are these cultures? What are those traditions? There is a music, they call it, what do they call this Igbo music? The music, they use flute, oja, ogene, atelogo. And I played one of the ogene music. And one of our brother called from Iberi and said this music was the music we used for spiritual exercise in those days when we were in Akampa. And it shocks me because I thought somebody from Abia State would have said that is a foreign music. But somebody from Abia State understands that that music is our music. But certainly it is. That is culture and tradition. There is a flute known as Oja. I can blow Oja very well. I can blow Oja very well. I don't know what they call it in English, but I think they are all called flute. So we call this one Oja. If I hold Oja here, most of people will be amazed. Because church said they are evil. I abandon it. There are a lot of things we can do anyway. But do you know that even though I started visiting the southeast because I'm from how did Onyibe put me? Onyibe put me in middle belt. No, sorry, Midwestern state. And so even though I start visiting the southeast, or they call it eastern region anyway, all this southeast and south nonsense of it. It's just recently I started hearing about them. It's either you are in middle belt or Midwestern state, or you are in the west, or you are in the north, or you are in the east. All this is south and southeastern. All of them were east before. Today, many people will come out and say, yeah, we the Southerners, we the Southeasterners. Nobody is Southeasterners and nobody is Southerners, and we are Easterners. But of course, I started visiting the East as much as I can remember. Not that I have the knowledge of everything I encountered there, but I know that everything they do there, they do it in my place. I can't speak Igbo fluently, but there is nothing you speak in Igbo that I don't understand. And since I can't speak it fluently, as a child, I don't communicate. But I will be listening to them, they will be talking. I speak a car Igbo. I studied it even in school. I don't write in Igbo language because I'm going to write a car and people are going to laugh at me. Look at what he's writing. He can't even spell Ikechukwu. But you don't know that Ikechukwu in Igbo of the Southeast, as they call you, is different from Ikechukwu spelling in Abo. Also applicable in Emeka among other names because there is a little variation. But they are saying the same thing. But having said that, it is to make you understand our culture and tradition where he brought us to. I never condemn Undichi. I never condemn all elders. I will never condemn Ogomo. I will never condemn Ezewane. I will never condemn any traditional institution established by our elder as far as I can remember, because I have uncles and aunties, grandma and grandpa who identify with this culture, and I tell you, they lived with the heart of angel. My father is a disciplined man and a cultured man. But as far as I can remember, he observed every one of them till the later. But most people don't know my father is a general overseer of a church, but I won't tell you the name. Having said that, but he never deceived anybody. But we must continue. And so there are things I noticed from the Igbo man. When the Igbo man say I'm not Igbo man, for instance, I look at them and I know these people are out of ignorance. But we appreciate Mazen and the Kano. But I'm not surprised anyway. A son of a genuine king, a son of a genuine king, a son of a genuine man, pure blood, knows the truth. No mistake about that. It's anyway. So if his father has failed in teaching his son culture and tradition of the people, I would have questioned the authenticity of his own father's Igwe, because many Igwe we have today are politically mandated or appointed Igwe. But if you do not know the culture and tradition of your people, you will be treated as an outcast. Make no mistake about it. Culture and tradition varies, and it is very large. I'm not being specific in trying to mention one and mention this, but I want you to go and check all your condition, all the people of Biafra, from Idoma to Igala, to Efik, to Enam, to Eka, to Ibibio, everywhere down to Igbo, everywhere down to Eka, Nembe, Bayama, Kalabare, Izio, Rubo, Shekiri. Go and check your culture. You will see there is always a link to the original thing. If I play some Ijo music now, you will think that it's a music they are playing from Enugu. And there is a song I will sing now. Some people will think it's a foreign language, but yet it's a Igbo language I'm singing. You will always see the link between all of us. I want you to go back to your tradition and culture. Find out the similarity you have as a Biafra. If we have mentioned your name, the name of your community, your tribe, or Radio Biafra, that you are a Biafran, go and begin to look at the similarity between our culture. All our first daughter are called Ada. Broom we used to sweep us almost bear the same name. 4 market days almost resemble the same thing. The same spoon, the same knife, it's almost the same thing. That is culture and tradition. We have festive period. All these things are what shows you that we are the same people. We look at the Iliji. One of the things that takes me to the village, there are many things that makes me to go to my village as a child. One of them is Iliji, because they bring out masquerade. It's even, we celebrate New Year festival in my time, in my village, more than Christmas. Because hunters display their animals they've killed. Everybody's okra farmer will display okra, yam farmer. You begin to see different things. They give people chieftaincy title, Obuji or Suji. You go to the Okwani extraction of Biafra, they call them Otofi. Competition, it encourages one to become better than others. Today, when they call you Obuji, you think they are insulting you. A lot of people answer Ubuago, but they can't even kill Ngwene. You can't even kill a fowl, but you are Ubuago. Go and sample all the Ubuago. You see that many of these Ubuago, they are not even Ubuakoko. But there is one political godfather that will make them Ubuago, Ubuenyi. But you can't even Bueletu. Because in this festive period, a lot of spiritual assignments are carried out on behalf of the people. A lot of wisdom is imparted into the next generation, making them to prepare for the next height. Those wrestling competition, only few community artists are wrestling competition. I think that should be the Ikwere people. It become an airline to others. But do you know in the ancient days that the Okwane people had the fierce traditional wrestlers? That is why they were called Okodenale. Okodenale. Not Okwale now. Tomorrow night, the some are answering Kwale. Tomorrow night, Yoruba will come and rewrite it and say it's Kwara. And then they now Yoruba begin to say their Biafra is somewhere in Opiweka. I mean, Oduduwa nation get to Opiweka. Because they are changing Okodenale to Kwale. Kwale, very soon it will become Kwara. But if you understand what is obtainable, you understand your tradition and culture, when they are talking to you, you'll be looking at them. Look at the throne of Ranach of Ishekiri. It's answering the Yoruba name now. And when you are talking to Ishekiri people, they will tell me they are intelligent. Intelligent, my foot. Nana of Ishekiri, of Aromi Obaisi, Jaja of Opobo, Ezenri of Omambara, all of them were arrested by those idiot invaders, the real terrorists, taken to Calabar. Why was their matter not related to that of Oni of Ife? And his younger brother that betrayed him and was later made the Oba of Badagry. Because these were different regions, nations on their own. But today now, Yoruba, some Shekiri are claiming, oh, we are Yoruba, Amoduduwa Lemi, Ndiushi. But of course, everybody will be delivered. That is why we are here. But if we do nothing about our tradition and our culture, I want to, having said this, if you like, get angry. If you like, learn what you have to learn. I want those of you from Ishekiri, go and check the population of your people. All their investment is in Lagos. And when we come here, I say, Igbo, they developing. All 90% of Ishekiri people didn't build a bacha in their Ishekiri land. Only their dead body. When they die anywhere in the world, most especially, their land now is dead body. But it's still good for you that at least in your grave, you can fight back. We haven't discovered the truth. But it's not so. You are playing politics because you don't want to check culture and tradition. And so without this culture and tradition, Yoruba will come and claim Igbo. This one we are entering now. Fulani will claim Igbo. They are claiming Enugu state already. And so go and find out your culture and your tradition, and then find out how it relates to other Biafran states. And then you will understand what we are trying to tell you on Radio Biafra. For instance, the food we eat. No matter the kind of food we cook, I know that most of my parents from Abo never go to River State. In fact, when I went to River State the first time I entered River State was, it should be 2008. And when I got to River State, the very compound I lived first, I went to greet my landlady. I just went around the house to greet my landlady. And my landlady was talking to his son. And I heard everything they said. And I was like, I called my mother. I said, these people, them be our people. She smiled. She smiled. But of course they are. Because if you like, speak Irumu Igbo, speak Irumu Omoy, speak Ahoda, speak Egboma, speak Andone, speak Indone. As far as the Igbo extraction inside the River State, I will respond to you. But that is because there is a similarity in our culture and tradition. And so when this woman is cooking egusi, how did he know that my mother is cooking the same egusi and the same procedure, vita leaf, water leaf, or vegetable leaf? But go to Yoruba land, let them cook egusi for you. They call it a four. But it's good for their DNA. It's okay for them. As a Biafra man, you eat Yoruba egusi, at least for the first 3 weeks, it will be purging you until your system adapt to it. Do I also know what is egusi? Imagine you come home and I say, Mommy, what do you want to cook? You say, tuwa and shinama. I will simply say, Mommy, what is tuwa and shinama? Or you enter a buka in somewhere in Biafra land. I say, what do you have? He said, I have tuwa and shinama, tuwa and shimelu melu. How will you feel? You begin to ask questions. Because God separated all of us. But British want us to be one. We must understand who we are. Some of this rule will not allow the imposter to impersonate us. Jubri from Sudan is impersonating Buhari because nobody can actually defend. Imagine if Buhari was from Abo and then somebody from Enugu will come and impersonate him. By now we would have exposed them. But Nigeria is kill and divide. Because you don't know your culture and tradition, that is why some people do not care to know why Jubri cannot speak Fufude again. Jubri now can't speak his language because one hospital in London cut out the pipe that enabled him to speak Fufude. That is why they are bamboozling us. And not until you go back and find out the real culture of your ancestors, they keep doing this to us. Of course, we must continue. We're going to look at 3 aspects of this signal our ancestors give to us. So we know the genuine Biafrans and the Yoruba blood, Fulani blood Biafran. Number 2, we look at our mode of dressing. Our leader in his last broadcast reminded us about it. If your mother tied 2 wrapper, that is where the land of Biafra starts from. It's as simple as that. Our history is a bit complicated. That when I begin to tell you about the history of the people from Awuchi, Urumi, Ekpoma, Esako, it will amuse you. But sometimes when somebody from Urumi call now, they say, no, you are not Biafra. No, as far as I know, Benin is not Biafra. But you don't know anything there. You don't know anything there. That is why I'm so happy for this DNA. Because nobody can bastardize the blood of Biafrans. There is Abo community known as Oza. And I don't know what Oza mean. One is Ozanishi, one is Ozanogugu. But I don't know what it means. But let me tell you the truth. I used to hear Igbo people, they say Oza, Ozara. There are certain statements they make. They say Oza, Ozara. The same thing equally. And then I begin to say, okay, maybe that is the name of this village. But these are Abo people. I know every source of a car. I know every source of a car. I know all of them. Because they've not been Igbo raised as united as a car people. I always say it. Not because they are better than anybody. They are somehow, I don't know. But anyway, there is something that held us together. Maybe it's the name. Because Abo means family. Family. Abo man don't fight Abo man. The day they speak Abo, that is the end of it. If you see 2 Abo man fighting, know that one of them have Yoruba or Fulani blood. The moment you just see Abo man, no matter the danger, no matter the call, the moment you say, I'm going to kiro you here no se unwebo na nwebo oh you re mi here ni o menele kwa you me here ni nkamani here nke me anwebo eweliwe. The next 5 minutes in the presence of boss, you know, Two of them will leave that bossing ground to be a palo. We fight terribly, but we don't keep enemy. I was discussing with one of my leader some time ago. I said, in my community where I come from, the family opposite my own family house, they call them Arinze. I have never seen my parents quarrel with Arinze family for once. I am Onyibe family. The next family house close to my own family is called Arinze. We have never quarreled with them once. I grew up in my parents' house till I left at a mature age. But we don't greet each other. But we are not quarreling. But we don't fight each other. We, the children of Onyibe, we go to Arinze compound and we feel like strangers. But they don't chase us. We can't play freely. The children of Arinze will come to our house. In fact, one of the Arinze son is my classmate. I can't figure it out. But as I begin to grow, I understand that we are forbidden not to fight ourselves. If you cannot flow together to your tent, O Israel, face your warrant. You have no right to cross to fight against anybody. This is who we really are in terms of culture and tradition. But not because we are better than anybody, because our ancestors have this pattern. They have this mindset, and not until we recover all of them. Of course we must, because it's too late for the enemy. Having said it, coming back to where I was before I digressed. Our leader said, if your mother tied to rapper, you are a Biafran. That is where we start looking for the boundary. The question now is, does it mean Yoruba don't tie to rapper? Yes, they tie to rapper. Redeemed Christian Church, Winners Chapel, Yoruba Church now, they are now recolonizing our women. Go and look at all our women in deeper life now. You will think they are Yoruba women. But if I tell you they are deceiving you, you say, no, these people are antichrist. Some idiot are in Redeemed Christian Church praying against IPOB. You people don't know you are praying against men of God. Men of God that ordain all of you. You will know very soon. I think Martin of Fire told you that they don't do Christmas. The same way Deeper Life told you that they don't watch TV. Kumuye should know that I am the cousin of Jacob Elueme. Jacob Elueme is supposed to be the district general overseer of Deeper Life in Delta State. But he was blackmailed because he's not Yoruba. They lied against him to come and give account for misappropriation. While doing account for misappropriation, they brought one Olumosho Yomoshe and post him out of Abo to worry and made him the general superintendent district overseer. That time, my uncle didn't buy TV, didn't buy radio. His radio is only Deeper Life. What do they write? Is he Christian Swords Ministry? That is what he played. Almost all his life. He's an old man now. Deeper Life frustrates him. He didn't die. Deeper Life people, if you are looking at me, go and find out the record of Jacob Elueme. I'm his cousin. Idiot. We are not ghosts. We tell you the truth. We don't lie. If you like, accept it. If you like, be stupid and hopeless. But what are we saying? All our women now in Deeper Life now dress like Yoruba. But Yoruba in Redeemed Christian Church now are the one teaching you how to tie wrapper. And when I tell you, you say, I'm going to dress like European. I'm going to dress like Mexican. I want to dress like Indian. Don't you know this thing have a role to play? We as a people don't condition our women. We want you to look good. If you dress like a Chinese, it's okay for you. You go ahead. You see, when my wife dressed like Indian woman, you think she's Indian. Because my brothers there, sometimes they send some Indian wrapper for her. She looked beautiful in them, I must tell you. But that is not my traditional wear. If I'm going to Menala or Denala, she must tie to wrapper. And I love my mother. They taught her very well. Of course, she's a Biafran breed. In the tie and they say, look at this wrapper you tie. Don't you know that a true Biafran woman, if you know tie wrapper well, then go know. Do you know the implication of that two wrapper? Let's look at the women aspect of our dressing. When you bring one wrapper, you tie it. That is after you have wore a short knicker known as a buluku. They will tie the rope on top of it. Now before you do it has lining. So that if you go and do sharp, you can't tie that cloth sharp. Once the sharp people see you, they know your wrapper have loose alignment. Then you tell them where you're coming from. But Yoruba tie only listen, biba. Once you hear, I was at that one, they will tie one rapper, use the other one to rap themselves. Of course, I know that before Islam came to Hausa Fulani, they don't dress that way. But of course, Islam they must blindfold all their women so they can go to heaven and wait for them. But where we come from, our mother tied two rapper, they will take one and do scarf. Today, if that is not your traditional cloth, I'm sorry, you are not a Biafra. We come to look at our men. If you go to the river right now, when they finish wearing their normal shirt, they wear cowboy cap. Is there any riverine man that is a cowboy cap? Go and find out the original cap your ancestors wore. That is European influence. So wearing cowboy cap is not a tradition of a Biafra. It was adopted culture of the Vandals. They called themselves colonial masters, but they were armed robber in disguise. We have our cap. We have our way of dressing. And it's amazing. Almost all our father tie wrapper. Igbo ancestors tie wrapper. Ijo ancestors tie wrapper. Abo ancestors tie wrapper. Akwa Ibom ancestors tie wrapper. Udoma ancestors tie wrapper. And of course, it has pattern. And we have our cap. But in terms of the men, the only area that have been tempered with is that cowboy cap. Cowboy cap is not our cap. We be Fulani. We be Fulani. And I don't know say na Fulani or Igbo Fulani cap now na the wear. But having said that, we are who we are. So ordinary dressing shows you who you are. Now let's imagine you're going in for a surgical operation. And while they want to begin to work on you, the doctor come in with a military uniform, with surgical blade and the rest of it. Will you be comfortable for an army man with your knowledge of Nigerian army to operate you? Of course, we have military doctors, but they must put on the apron that shows they are doctor. And they must reduce most of those camouflage. That is the influence and the power of dressing. Imagine as a lawyer, as a judge or a magistrate, somebody stand up from the seat of the lawyers, dress like a mechanic or dress like a doctor, and say, yes, I am barrister, so and so, representing so and so, and what will you tell that barrister, you judge or you magistrate? It is out of context. And I'm sure you will not allow them to represent anybody in that manner. They have code of dressing. And so if the Onyibe will have code of dressing for every profession, you see, they copied it from our ancestors because we have code of dressing at every level. In those days, our ancestors, when they are going to town hall meeting, there is a way they dress. When they are going to discuss security matter, there is a way they dress. When they are going to festive period, there is a way they dress. And when they are on casual visit, there is a way they dress. If they are going to farm, they have a way of dressing. This is who we are. But today, all these things look as, just part of life. But having said that, we look at the third one because of our time. To know who is who. Because our language continue improving. Our language continue to diversify. Not because we are different people, because language does metamorphose. Language just change. And they know they can't stop it. If you give Biafra Igbo 1,000 years from now, it will still change. It will evolve. If you give Biafra Ejo 1,000 years from now, it will still evolve. People will not believe that it's the 12 sons of Isaac, Abraham, and Jacob, who later grew into a great nation, have so many languages they speak. At least 4 major one day. So many languages. But these are children of the same man. So how did their language change? It has to change. When the invaders invaded Africa, the Europeans came with what is known as Queen's English. Along the line, they changed Queen's English to advanced, to Queen's English to which one? Polish English. They now polish it. I want you to go and play Ojukwu clip as a young soldier. The interview he granted. You would think he's from Britain. He speaks very Polish, beautiful English. But I want you to play his clip when he was a fully Kaba inside Nigeria. You know, he speaks like me. English metamorphose. Today we are on another level. It is called advanced learner. So dictionary have advanced. But I tell you, the same Europe, Britain took their English to America. It's English, it's America and Britain speaking the same English. When somebody from America is talking, they intend to put you on, man. What's up, man? Aguru, man. Britain don't say Aguru, but they are all speaking English. Even the dictionary recognize the difference in their English. Why? Why is that so? And so you see, with distance that comes in between us, our language begin to metamorphose. And that is why today it is difficult for some people to agree that they are Biafrans because they are different languages. But that does not mean Yoruba are part of us or Fulani are part of us. No. Culture tells us who we really are. But for us as a people, for you to know where I'm driving to, was that when our ancestors noticed this, they introduced slogan. They introduced slogan. And so when you go to the IGBO Biafra, you hear IGBO Kwenu, hey, IGBO Kwenu, hey. You go to Izo, you hear, Izo, the answer. You go to Akwa Ibom, everybody have their slogan. Have you heard Yoruba slogan before? Outside the Yoruba church. When I don't hear Yoruba God, they do slogan. They don't know what it means to have slogan. At least if you don't know who you are, now you know. When I don't hear Yoruba God, they give a slogan outside the Yoruba church. The other one go, oh, shalom, shalom. Then the other one go say, peace, peace, peace. Only inside church. When I don't hear them gather, they say Yoruba Kwenu or make any form of slogan. They don't. When I don't hear Hausa gather, they use slogan. They can go and form slogan now as they are learning to title rapper. When I was gather, I don't enter their head. You now hear one of them will just stand up and shout. Maybe that is their slogan anyway. Maybe that is their slogan. But in every community in Biafra, they have their slogan. And so the moment they gave that slogan, they know who they are. Like here on Radio Biafra, we have slogan. That is why when some people call, they say, oh, hey, Biafra. Not everybody know what to respond. Sometimes they say Biafra, but hardcore know what to respond. And so when we meet you, we give you slogan. We know who you are. He said Biafra, I say Biafra. In fact, something happened to me one day. In those days, somebody came to look for work in my factory. And so the brother said, I asked the brother, are you a Biafran? He said, yes, yes, yes. I said, okay, because if you are not a Biafran, I can't employ you. He said, I'm a Biafran. Me, I'm a Biafran. Yes, I'm a Biafran. And I'll say, IPOB, he said, Biafra. I said, IPOB, he sat again, Biafra. I said, Biafra, he said, Biafra. Me and all my workers, we laugh and we nearly die. And I said, boy, you be a quiet bomb boy. But you know be IPOB. Why you they lie? He said, oh, God, need this job. That is to tell you that Yoruba will even answer Biafra just to get that oil well in Bayelsa, that oil well in Imo State, that oil well in Abia State. They will do anything to make sure we remain slave under them. And now you know there is need for us to know who is who. One of our brothers sang a song and say, Onye wonye, amai monye wonye, onye wonye, sochuku monye wonye. IGBO BU IGBO, IGBO BU IGBO, okwa unu na-ege ntị. I'll be back in a minute. Yes, at this moment our lines are open. If you are a Biafran, you are here to identify with IGBO. This is a clarion call. Everybody must answer. Send us your name, your phone number, and your location to this WhatsApp line. The nearest coordinator will contact you. A miracle is about to happen. Don't be left out. Our WhatsApp line is 070 815 456 42. 070 815 456 42. Our direct line is 081 221 52971. 081 221 52971. And our special number for the female is 081 288 58614. Special number for the female 081 288 58614. Yes, a caller on the WhatsApp. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening from here.
Yes, good evening, my brother.
My name is Okechukwu Okoro. I'm calling from Germany. Maja, thank you very much for today's topic. And I wish all Biafran brothers and sisters, I wish you happy Xmas. May you live long and spread Biafra, because Biafra is already here. I want to thank God Almighty for the life He gave we Biafrans. I want to thank Him for the life He gave to our leader, Abu leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I say may His name be more praised in the name of Chukwu Kabiam. Mazi, thank you very much for today's topic. You know, there is some people who think that they are wise. There is many of Biafrans who think that they are wise. When we cry this cry and try to position them where they will do things right, they will think that the one they know is better than the one our leader is teaching them. Like when you go to book of Proverbs, there is many words there. King Solomon pray about what God show him. Solomon is more wisdom than all other people in the Bible, because he has God for wisdom. But there is many of our people who think that they are wise, but they don't have common wisdom. So that is why we are fighting this fighting today to make sure that Biafra must be restored. And if Biafra restored, all of us will know the mistake that we have been doing for a long time. And I want to use this opportunity to tell our Biafra member in Italy, Biafra members in Italy, if you are hearing my voice this night, especially those of you in Napoli, we have a lot of Biafra people in Napoli, but you people are not trying enough. You are not trying enough. We have many Biafra people in Italy there, in Napoli. I beg you people, you have to come together and make sure that you gather everyone to come together so that we will join hands together and fight this freedom. Because it's not for one person. As far as you come from that Biafra land, you are a Biafra. So don't be ashamed or don't be deceived. Don't allow yourself to be deceived by any of these zoo that is claiming one Nigeria. Because we know that a lot of them are still in darkness. So as we are hearing my voice this night, trying to gather everyone together so that this struggle will make sure that it is come to pass. And I want to talk to my people in Ebonyi State. Mazi, I want to use my language to talk to my people in Ebonyi State.
Go ahead, please.
Mana nyona le mugwo wayo. Na nke waitie jokolo. Ushi na maku ufiom. Mika nyangwe ugwaba okana village wasi na miku ufiom. Ayele na mefele malu waku uji just wele nyo kuwele and ayenya kobo le imalo wele Biafra because anyo Nigeria amoke. Anyo Nigeria mo ka kwa nwayo na ka so nwayo na le la ya ko Nigeria mo te ko tolilo edanyo botu ya gba asi ana experience agbasara ya Biafra o kana kilo anyo Biafra o kana country anyo male Ntezi male Okpoto male Lame male Ofiom wele nyoki wele a support nyo gbasara Biafra IPOB olele ta anyo kana Mazi Nnamdi Kalu. So oya na ku uji Biafra because kisa ko mena Biafra uleka ubere yo na go wa kwa le ko wa kana Okechukwu. Mazi, thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much. What language did you speak now? Oh, the brother have cut off. But you would have been surprised what is coming from that brother. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Oh, good evening, Onyibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is John Iheke. I am from Alai in Bende, local government, Umaya province, Biafra land. But I'm residing in Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire. Good evening, my people. Good evening, wonderful, gallant people of Biafra. My able African rep, I thank you very much for this segment because this very back to the is very, very important to our people, but they doesn't understand. I've been following this broadcast from the day we started this topic of Back to Your Roots. Today's phone about our code of dressing. Even where I come from, we use code of dressing to differentiate many occasions we attend to. And I urge all Biafrans to go back to our roots, because this British or this Western world, they come into us to destroy all our cultures and traditions, and they replace their own to us. Even where I am here in Abidjan, anytime I went to my village meeting and our Bende family meeting here, I portray my culture wearing my George wrapper, and the Tiago. Oh, my brother, I thank you very much. As our Lord leader, Nnamdi Kanu, when Biafra comes, we will bring back all our thoughts and everything. I know, because I know that Biafra is already at the broadcast today made me to know that the corner and we can present. I thank you very much, my brother. I will give way for others to come in, and I pray that everyone that listens to this very broadcast will realize where we are going to and where we are coming from. I thank every principal officer, especially I thank my leader, Nnamdi Kanu. I used to call him Lord. People are saying this and that. I say, if somebody fell into a hole and you bring the person, what do you call the person? It is your Lord, it is Savior. He saved me from the nonsense ganja weed brain me when I was in the school. I have come to this university. I have changed my sense of reading. Now, I pray that others will embrace this very struggle. I thank Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our co-leader, and Mazi Mefo Okerafo for what they are doing, and every principal officer, and you people that are bringing us knowledge and wisdom of Yama. It is not knowledge from man or from white man or from anybody. It is wisdom that you are giving to us. You are putting in this very wisdom to us, and it will make us, when Biafra, we will use this wisdom to build up that nation to a limelight. Mazi, I thank you very much. I thank every principal officers, all our broadcasters. George Onyibe, I just spoke with Audio after this Biafra. Then thank I keep our financial leader. I greet all of them because this struggle is for everybody. I strongly believe we are under oath. We will move this struggle to the end. Biafra is Biafra. Biafra.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We must continue. Now, people must begin to appreciate what we want you to see. No. During the war, no Yoruba was willing to come and die for Nigeria. No Awusa, no Fulani. The Gala youth and the Doma youth were hijacked after the incident in Abagana. They couldn't run back. They couldn't express themselves. And so they played the devil game. Today, they are not very confident to come forward. They know they are Biafran. And as I'm speaking to you, That same problem is repeating itself in our midst without knowing. After Aguneri and Emuneri in Anambra State, the rest community there are Igala people, Igala Biafra. I'm saying of Anambra. Do you know that in the past 2 months, over 4 communities have been burned down in Igala? And they called me and said, you people say we are Biafra. In fact, last Sunday, they were in a meeting to settle another community that was burnt down. They said they went to governor of Anambra State. They invited them. They got there, both the 2 parties were locked up. After like 1 week of detention, they left them. They didn't look into that matter. As I'm talking to you, never hear it in any news that in Anambra State, there are community burning down community. And that is because maybe Obiano taught a Gala people in Anambra that they are not Igbo, and so they are not Biafra. And when these people have this sense of feeling, believe me, our boundary will not be safe. The earlier we know who our enemy is and who our friends is, the better for all of us. Some people is just for enlightenment. It's not everything they spell out here. The one you know, use your tongue and count your teeth. And understand Nigerians are the one creating this crisis in between us to scatter us further than they have, though they came late, because we are actually here on ground making sure that they will never succeed. But go and meet the Gala man in Anambra State and meet the Gala man in Kogi State. You will see, they even look themselves as a stranger. Go and meet the Benue man, Idoma man in Benue State, and go and meet the Idoma man in Cross River State. They think they are foreigners. But they are the same Idoma children. Who go and look at Igbo man in Benue State, and look at Igbo man in Ebonyi. They still think they are stranger. Why? Because all these things you call little thing, Onyibe told you that they are evil, were neglected. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Can you hear me? Call on the line. Good evening from here.
Good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Suhubu. I'm calling from Machala in Okan North, Anambra State, Biafran land. I want to greet our leader and all the members of IGBO all over the world. Hello.
Go ahead.
Onyibe. There's like 2 days ago, just something which you say, which I want to say my own opinion concerning this which you take. But you are talking about all the members of IGBO in Nigeria. So this Biafran will go to Arochukwu.
Are you a coordinator?
No, I'm not a coordinator.
All the principal officer must go to Arochukwu. If you are not a principal officer, forget about that for now.
Okay. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Onyibe. Good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my name is Mazi Fanyewara. Calling you right now from Onyibe, Anambra State. Mazi, I want to thank you for all you've been doing for us for the restoration of Biafra. And I thank God for thus far. And we've gone. I thank God every day for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There couldn't have been any other person like him. We thank God for him. He's a gift to humanity. He's a gift to all Biafrans. He's a gift to our generation. We will always be grateful to him. And we thank God for our deputy leader, Uche Mafo. And we thank God for you, our African rep, George Onyibe. I thank God for the topic of today. It started yesterday, IGBO BU IGBO.
it's a painful thing that our brothers are yet to wake up. There's one song that I would have loved to sing. It's short. I would have loved to sing it. I don't know if you permit me.
Go ahead, please.
Igbo bụ Igbo, ole mgbe ka anyị ga-eteta n'ụra? Ụmụ Igbo niile, ole mgbe ka anyị ga-eteta n'ụra? Ị gaala niile, ole mgbe ka anyị ga-eteta n'ụra? Ịjọ niile, ole mgbe ka anyị ga-eteta n'ụra? Mazi George Onyibe, let me hold it there. Our people are still sleeping upon all these things, all these messages on daily basis, and the warning of our leader. And we are seeing all these things happening, unveiling itself as he's speaking. And yet, most people are still ignorant of what we are seeing. I was talking to a friend in Aguilera of all people. That was day before yesterday. And he was telling me that this is our Biafra something. That I will leave him out of it for now. I tell him then, when are you going to wake up? Is it when Fulani enter your bedroom? Is that when you're going to wake up? We are urging you now to come and join what we are doing. And you're telling me that I should leave you out of it now. So when are you going to join us? Is it when worst will come to worst? And worst have even come to worst. And you are seeing it, you're listening to news on daily basis. But you're waiting for when Fulani will enter your bedroom before you know, or hurt your own person before you know that there's fire on the mountain before you begin to run. So it marvels me that our people don't run when the day is still, when on the daytime, they will wait until the rain will start beating on them before they will start running. So I'm calling on our brothers that are listening. Many people are listening. Many of them are listening to all these things, but they will not make a haste to join what we are doing. Don't wait until the rain meets you. Start running and look for a place to run to. And that is Biafra. And that is IPOB. That is our hiding place. That is our umbrella now. That is the only umbrella that will take us to the promised land. So, Master George Onyibe, I want to thank you for all you've been doing. And also to inform you that the person you said that will call me has called me, but since then I've been calling him. He keeps telling me that he will send somebody to call me. He will send somebody to call me. He will send somebody to call me. I asked him to send me the person's phone number. He sent. I called the person. The person said it's in January. That they will reopen meeting in January.
January is less than 2 weeks from now. I hope I'm correct. So
yes,
still be patient with them. They will certainly come. Right. They will certainly come to you. And of course, they have to profile you. They have to profile you. I hope you know that is part of the deal.
Yes,
so
yes, I know.
You don't think they will tell you, come. Some will even invite you. When you get to the junction, they ask you to come. They won't answer you. They say, go back tomorrow. And you're going to get angry.
Brother, there's no need getting angry here.
Okay.
I know what.
Okay.
I understand.
Oh, it's all right, my brother.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Yes. Because we say mama no go sleep. Himself no go sleep. It has mattered us that we must not allow these people to be bamboozling us up and down. Not possible for them any longer. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on the female line, can you hear me? Caller on the female line, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
I'm with Chukuma.
I would ask you to stop listening to your radio. Move away from your radio. Move away from your radio. That is some of the challenges we face. When you call, don't try to listen to yourself on your radio. Can you hear me, caller online?
Hello.
Good evening from here, please.
Good evening.
Go ahead, please.
Please, I want to join IPOB, but I don't know. I'm from Anambra.
Send me your phone number, your name, and your location on the WhatsApp line. The nearest coordinator will.
Well, I'm not in WhatsApp. I'm using smartphone.
If you send it to this phone, I can't see it. And so the possibility of me getting to it is almost zero. But then still send it. Let's see how it goes. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, sir. Caller, WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from?
Mas, good morning from here, India. I'm calling from India.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel Emerole. I'm calling you from India, Mumbai, precisely. I'm also an IPOB member here in Mumbai. We are also trying our best. We are thanking all of you for what you are doing for us. It's not an easy. We greet all of you. It's not an easy work, sir. You have been trying since. Whatever upon what the Zoo people are doing to you, but no matter how it is, no going back. We have volunteered ourselves that no going back in this job. My word is also going to my people, or Banco people in Enugu State. I also am asking them to come up to support the project to move on. Because this issue now is not issue about only one person. We should come out in mass. Or Banco people are hearing me. It's your brother, Emmanuel Emerole, from Enugu, Banco precisely. I'm calling all of you, those in Iguacha, those in Lagos, those in everywhere, both in India here. I know we are trying our best. We are going meeting. On 28th here in Mumbai, here we are having our end of the year meeting in Mumbai precisely. Those hearing me is at AGK Bank. We are hosting our end of the year party. I urge all of you here in Mumbai to come at the end of the year party meeting we are doing here in Mumbai. Maz, I thank you. I also thank our leader, Maz Nnamdi, both our deputy Chemefo. I thank all of you for what you are doing for us. It's not an easy. We are seeing what is going on in the zoo. Intimidation everywhere. We here in abroad, we are not safe. Some people are thinking that we are in abroad here. We are eating 3 times in a day or 4 times in a day. We are okay. We are not okay. If you can see what is going on here, they are chasing us like we are animals. No place like home. Everybody should put on hand together. Let us fight this once and for all. I believe by the name of Chukwu Bikabiam, we shall conquer the zoo and we shall win them. Mazi, I thank you. Let me give other one chance to come.
Thank you very much.
I remain blessed.
And God be with you.
Sir.
At the same time, having said all this, our people must understand where we are coming from in order to appreciate where we are going to. We are Biafrans, and a lot have been done against us as a people, not just trying to emasculate us, but working very hard to ensure that our blood lineage is bastardized. In our next edition, we shall be considering certain sensitive area, believing that the Creator will enlighten you in order for you to appreciate and be ready for what is about to come. Because Nigeria must be dismembered. There is no two ways about that. This is where we draw the curtain for this segment. Sincere appreciation to those of you who were able to call in. My apology to those I cannot receive their call at this moment. And of course, in a few minutes from now, we will be back on the second segment. Remain focused, remain Biafra, because that is who you are in the end. Goodbye for now.
Nasi dabere Jehovah genyera nyaka dabere jubu Jehovah genyaka zoro ana dai chare nyaka n'ezie Chineke nyaka nke si n'eluigwe bịa ọ bụ inye aka gị ga-anapụta anyị n'ọnọdụ anyị nwetara onwe anyị n'ime Naịjirịa taa. Ndị na-enweghị karịrị ndị nwere ndụ. Ọ bụghị mmadụ niile na-ezu ohi. Ọ bụ ọnọdụ a ka Izrel nọ mgbe Hosea na-ebu amụma, mgbe mmadụ na-enweghị ike ịrapịọm resọ maọbụ onye ụgha maọbụ onye ohi. Ndị ọrụ na-arụ ọrụ anaghị akwụ ha ụgwọ. Chineke mere anyị ebere. Ọnọdụ anyị taa o juru m anya rie m ọnụ, ebe nwanne na-ere nwanne ya o nyere anyị aka. Anụrụ m ọnụ nke na-asị guzoro Chukwu dabere onye isi aka. Anụrụ m ọnụ nke na-asị guzoro Chukwu, ọ dị ihe ọ na-apụghị ime. Ozi nwa m adala mba. Ka anụrụ m ọnụ na-asị ozi nwa m adala mba guzoro Chukwu. Jehova bụ onye isi agha, o mefuru onye ọdụ. Nkume n'obi ike gwụrụ, adabere ogesi ike, ube ndụ agbakwuru ezu ike, aṅụrụ aṅụrụ ndụ. Dabere Chukwu, dabere onye isi aga. Ọnọdụ anyị taa o juru m anya rie m ọnụ,